Hey there, dudes and dudes and dudettes. Jeez. It is about 10:30 at night, and I am not addicted, I promise. But for the third day in a row, we've got another 4 history packages to unbox. And that would be, and these ones, I know one of them in here is a sword-related one. I know we've been doing a ton of fishing ones, we probably still do. But at least one of these is definitely a sword-related one. From my boy Thomas Stevens, Colonel of the 2nd Wisconsin Cavalry and author of a new system of small and broadsword exercise. So let's get unboxing today. We have, I'm sure by now you all can guess what is in these long ones. Not swords. This is making more noise than I thought it would. So we'll see. This little envelope, which probably contains a vintage postcard, one of my favorite sub-collections to add to, because they always have like the coolest pictures. This one right here, which is the one that I think is my swordsmanship related one, for Thomas Stevens, and I'll explain what it is, if it is what I think it is. And then lastly, this incredibly light, repurposed Amazon package, which I think we're going to start off with. Just a generic, I have no idea. I mean, to be honest, this is so light. I mean, it could be anything. It could be something not history related, but this is what we will start with right now. We got our trusty. I gotta get myself a knife like this. Like I like it. Just a goofy little package opening knife. Oh my god, it's so repurposed. I'm gonna open it from the bottom because that looks like it's the easiest way to go at it. Oh, this is from Richmond Hills, New York. So I was just like seeing where these packages come from, especially if I get an international one. I love being in the 21st century like this. We live in such a connected world that people across the nation, or people across the world, can fulfill my addiction to history. It's great. So let's see what is in box number 1. Oh, this is what I thought was in the larger box. Then I don't know what's in the larger box, but this is cool. All right, check this out. First of all, I want to preface this. I have never been ice fishing. It looks like the worst pastime in the world, but I'm really fascinated by it. Especially living in Michigan, you know, we live in a frozen hellscape half the year, maybe more than half the year sometimes. So I'm always curious about it. Look at this beauty right here. I only saw pictures. I only saw pictures of this online when I decided to get it. But there are a few things about this that fascinated me. One is just how simple it is. This is all wooden. This is an ice fishing pole, for those who are curious, of some crazy variety. I think the person was selling it as a fly fishing pole. However, it might... I cannot tell if this is decorative. I really can't tell. I mean, the reel works. It spins. Oops. Through the pictures, I really couldn't tell if it was decorative or not. So maybe it's a decoration, in which case I wasted my money. But what I'm going to do with this one is just kind of put it out there and see if anyone recognizes it. You know, seeing it in person, I would put money on this being decorative. It's tiny, it's not very strong, doesn't have any flex to it, doesn't look like any of the other ones that are in my collection, and I'm fairly certain I see the remnants of a made in China sticker right there. So I'm gonna vote decorative. This is probably a waste of money. Don't tell Natalie. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Pass this on as a seeing if I can resell it or give it as a gift or something. Let's move on to the postcard. I'm assuming it's a postcard coming from Centerline, Michigan. I don't even know where Centerline, Michigan is. Oh, cool. Nate just posted that he found some old ice fishing rods that he and his uncle and grandfather used to use. I've got a really old one in my basement. I really want to clean it up. It looks super vintage. I have no idea. I got no knowledge on ice fishing. It's just I know it's out there and I need to learn about it. So Let's take a look at this here postcard from wherever the heck, Centerline, Michigan. Oh, hi Jerry. What's this? Hi Jerry, thank you for your order. Aw. You're welcome, Michael. From Prime Card Mike, I think. Alright, what have we got? Oh, jeez. Aha. Very, very cool. This is one I've been looking forward to. So, for those of you here in Michigan, this is John Ball Park, or in Grand Rapids. This is John Ball Park. And a couple things you can see is the fishing ponds back there. They only have one left, but this has multiple fishing ponds. And this was actually, I would have loved, I mean, you can even see right there, that couple in like turn of the century clothing. I would have loved to see John Ball Park at the turn of the century. Just gorgeous. Now it's kind of a nasty place. I mean, it's beautiful, it's pretty, you know, but it's not like this. Man, the 1910s would have been gorgeous. I'm also going to read the back of the postcard for the heck of it, because I love, these are like the text messages from the 100 plus years ago, or less than 100 at this point too. Hello Jenny, how are you? I am fine and dandy. Just came home. Oh, just came from my work, so I thought I would send you a card. I haven't had time to write. Send me a card when you can. Goodbye. From Fluka to Miss Jenny Maury, Bradley, Michigan. And it's stamped 1910. Postcards are the coolest thing. I love these. I just love old pictures. So obviously I got this for the Fishing Museum and Cultural Center. Personally, I'm going to use this as advertisements. I'm going to post it on a bunch of Grand Rapids pages, maybe pages that aren't related to fishing in Grand Rapids, but maybe more history or culture of Grand Rapids from the Fishing Museum and Cultural Center, hopefully getting a few extra likes on the page before I publicize the fishing classes. It's marketing. So that's a cool one. I like this. This is a good one. I'm going to save this one for last because I think I know what this is. So we're going to open this this loud, long one. What I hope this is a fly fishing reel and rod, because we've got those fly fishing classes I keep talking about coming up in May and June. And I need to get enough loaner equipment to be able to host that class. Man, what is in here? If it is, it's busted or maybe in multiple pieces. I don't remember what I bought. And, you know, I remembered why I keep getting all of these right now. When I had COVID in late November, I got through it by buying a whole bunch of cheap vintage stuff online, and now I think it's all catching up to me. Oh, you guys. Oh. This is the kind of packaging that I expect. This is a pair. So there's two of them of fly fishing rods, but vintage. Oh no, this one is casting. This one's a casting rod. Fairly vintage, probably 1920s, possibly even earlier. But you put your reel up in there. I don't have a reel up here to share, but you tie it and you tighten it a bit with this nut, and then you have your cane pole, which I don't think the next section of this one came with this package, but that's fine, because I've got a whole bunch of mismatched cane rod pieces in the workshop, so I'll see if any of them fit this. I'll have to do research on this sticker, because I can kind of see it. New York City, AJ Post and Company. Very cool. Okay. And then this fly fishing rod, part one. You can see it's fly fishing because it connects on the back. Lucky Strike. Horrocks. That's funny. I'll have to look up Horrocks. I have not heard of that one. I assumed it was the same shop here in Grand Rapids, but it's not. So we've got 1, 2. Okay, I'll have to clean that out before I put it in any farther. But very, very cool. And it looks like it has all of the pieces. Yeah, all of, oh wait, they're 2 tops. These are 2 end pieces. Whatever, very cool to get these. I will have to put these together, maybe refurbish it a little bit, clean off this nasty gunk that built up on the cork handle. Maybe even use these for the class, or maybe what I was thinking about was maybe bringing in some vintage fishing rods as a special day during the fly fishing class, because it's not a vintage fly fishing class, it's just a regular fly fishing class hosted by a museum. So, you know, you have to throw a bit of history in there. I'm not the one teaching the class. I've never even been fly fishing myself either. I haven't been ice fishing, I haven't been fly fishing. But let's open up this last guy right now. I'm very excited for this, because it relates to the history of my patron swordsman, Thomas Stevens, if it's what I think it is. We'll find out right now. Anyone want a manila folder? Oh, they had to, there it is. This, I'm looking at myself. Very cool. I wish it wasn't literally cut out, but a sketch of Camp Randall, which is in Madison, Wisconsin, which is the camp that Thomas Stevens taught swordsmanship at during the Civil War, while he was Lieutenant Colonel of the 2nd Wisconsin Cavalry, detached duty here at Camp Randall. He was teaching swordsmanship there, and he taught probably hundreds of soldiers how to sword fight. The details I don't know yet, but I'm doing research on it, and I'm planning on taking a trip here, which is now on a university property, to do some research, see if they have any archives that might go into detail of what went on there. So I'm very excited about this. This is another thing to add to my little shrine to Thomas Stevens. And the 2nd Wisconsin Cavalry. So very cool, guys. What did we get today? We got decorative fishing pole. We got a very cool postcard. We got a very cool set of vintage fishing poles, and this awesome print. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how cut, and I hate when people destroy paper artifacts. I mean, I'd prefer to just have the full thing. You know, what are you going to get out of, you know, the rear 3/4 of a sloop, USS sloop of war? You know, why did you cut this picture in half so that you could get this picture? It's just, oh well, I'm not a fan of antique dealers who do stuff like that, but what are you going to do? In any case, at least this part will be protected, and I can scan it and blow it up and print it out in big size, so very excited about that. Some cool artifacts, one nasty one, not really even an artifact, but a cool haul today. All right, I'm going to go get some sleep. And you guys, I will catch you next time. I hope you all had a great Monday. We'll see you around.